Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I am Mike, and I got another Halloween Ends update for you. I almost said kills again, and if I did say kills again, I would have had to lay down on the ground and smash a fucking TV on my own face, because when I do that, it's so annoying, because everybody's like, you said kills, you stupid bastard, and I'm like, I know, fuck, I'm stupid, and my mother hates me. So, yeah, I'm really glad I didn't do that.
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit, wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover, Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said goddamn.
Goddamn you faggot!
Want to let you guys know, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, live, Friday night, we are ranking every movie in the Predator, the Terminator, the Alien, and the RoboCop franchises. 23 movies, one ranking tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. You guys get to get involved in that. Come hang out with us and we'll talk shit. We can talk Halloween there too. Whatever questions you guys have and want to do, let's do that shit tonight. I haven't done a live stream in almost 2 weeks, so that'll be fun. But I'll shut the fuck up now and get to the Halloween Ends news you guys came for. I know I came for it. This one's pretty, it's obvious, but still at the same time, you want to know why it was rated R. That is where the news story comes in with these. I know people give these articles shit. They're like, of course it's rated R. It's Halloween Ends. And I was even like, oh no, the leakers who spoil everything will be like, see, I told you there was violence in the Halloween movie. Believe me about my next 3 scoops. Because the same source that told me this also, that bullshit that they do. But anyways, yeah, according to Bloody Disgusting, Halloween Ends officially rated R for bloody, horror, violence, and gore. The official thing is bloody, horror, violence, and gore, language throughout, and some sexual references. I like that it says language throughout, because it reminds me of RoboCop 2 when he's like, bad language makes for bad feelings. And some sexual references. So there's not going to be any nudity in it, it appears, which not a shocker. We haven't had any nudity. I do not, carry the 2, no titties. No nudity in Halloween or Halloween Kills. So that's not surprising. This will be a trilogy of 0 titties, dicks, buttholes, or anything else. Unless you count the original, which it's based off of, and in which there was titties in that. They were stabbed. Michael stabbed those titties.
It all ended awkwardly quick. I stabbed her in the tits.
Another thing people have talking about, we talked about this when we broke down the synopsis when it came out, that it's been pointed out several places that the synopsis says only one of them will survive. Which coincidentally is what I say when I invite someone to the bedroom. I put them in the bedroom, I close the door behind them, I turn off the lights, and then I say in my best Dave McRae movie guy voice, only one of them will survive. And then I turn on the theme to Jungle Book. I don't see a lot in that though, honestly. Like, it says only one of them will survive, so automatically you go, oh my god, that means that both of them aren't gonna die. Oh my god, that means that both of them aren't gonna live. That it is pretty telling. When you look at it like when a detective's looking for, a perp or whatever, it's like, well, drives a white car. Well, that puts out like a certain percentage of the options. He drives a white Suzuki, and then that puts out a certain, match. And it's like, oh my god, it's a white Bronco, and they're like, it's definitely OJ. But it does deduce things, but I just think it's a synopsis. No one's gonna come back and be like, you fucking lied to us in the synopsis, dude. They both fucking died. You can't do that. Let me in your fucking house. I don't think that that's a situation here. I don't think it actually means anything. It's just in the synopsis. Moving on, John Carpenter did an interview with the postgazette.com in Pittsburgh, because he's doing the Pittsburgh Steel City Con there. And he said some things. He said pretty much the same shit that John Carpenter always fucking says. He's got this shit down to a science, but he said some stuff about the movie. He said, I love working with David Gordon Green. He's a great director. I love supporting him. I love this new role. I love making music. What's not to like? And then also he says, they say he couldn't say much about Halloween Ends, but he says it's somewhat different than its predecessors. He's very proud of it and the work we did on the soundtrack. Everything that he always says. What's actually interesting about this, apart from also he says, if the movie makes money, I don't believe it's the end. There's a way of when a movie makes money, it seems to resurrect the next one. I think we all know that, and he said that before. We all know Halloween's not done after Halloween Ends. It's just not going to be with Blumhouse, probably. But here's a question. Would you like to see John Carpenter direct a Halloween movie, to do the whole thing, to write it, to direct it, to score it, the entire thing in this next situation we get? He could say, honestly, nobody could give him shit for it because he's been so supportive of what they've done, of what David Gordon Green has done. It's an interesting concept. Would you like to see John Carpenter direct the next Halloween movie, whatever that may be? And the reason I bring that up is because he says in this, now, they kind of paraphrase a little bit. You can read it for yourself. They say, though we couldn't talk about what he's currently working on, Carpenter says that he has a few projects, and this is the only thing in quotations, lined up and percolating. And then they, in the article, say that that will involve him flexing his skills as a director, writer, and composer. Now, I think that, to me, that seems like paraphrasing. It doesn't seem like John Carpenter was like, no, I'm going to be directing something soon. Because even earlier in the article, they say at some point, they say that he helped write the new Halloween movie, which he's listed as a writer because he created the characters, but it doesn't mean he was in the room with him writing. Now, he may have been, but that's just not the way I ever took it. So I think that the article's a little loosey-goosey with some stuff going on here. I don't know whether or not he said he was going to be directing, or they're just saying he's putting his directorial skills to good use. So I think that may be being misconceptualized. I'm stroking out. Misconceptualized. Yes, that's what I think, by some going on right there. And then lastly, in the Halloween Kills news universe, even though there's more to talk about as far as news goes, Nick Castle posted this picture of him, and it's actually really sad. It's cool, but it's sad. Like my wiener. What? My wiener's not sad. I just want to put that disclaimer out there. I sold my wiener out to make a joke, which is pretty much what you should put on my gravestone. Here lies Mike Holtz. Sold his wiener out to make a joke. My wiener's not funny. So Nick Castle posted this picture and says, breathing some life into the shape. Here comes the sad part. For the last time. And he posted this picture. He's done this every movie. He's posted a picture of him in the booth spitting, breathing. And he did it here again for Halloween Ends. What's funny to me is he's got that tablet in front of him. And it's like, I don't know how this shit works, but it looks like it's blank. But like, what do you think the tablet says? Breathe? I'm sure it's notes and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, like, Michael's breath is actually one of those things that is important. And I think it's super fucking cool that they went and got Nick to, even though the cameos got a little bit fucked up here and there, like the bathroom one we didn't actually get to see in Kills until the deleted scenes and whatnot. But what's really fucking rad about this is the picture on the TV. That moment right there in the movie, you know it's got to be important. I mean, and look at that fucking beautiful ass Christopher Nelson piece of artwork. God damn, that's nice. I want to squeeze it. But yeah, I just can't wait to see that scene, man. The cinematography, the lighting right there is just going to be fucking dope as shit. And I look forward to noticing that scene and being like Leonardo DiCaprio when I'm watching the movie, like, that's that fucking scene we saw on Twitter. But yeah, so I mean, that's the Halloween news. Like I said, not a lot, but some fun stuff to talk about. And I was thinking on the toilet, and I was thinking to myself, like, of all the stuff that's coming out about Halloween Ends being shocking and like, or could make people angry, or it's a departure, and all the strange things that we've been hearing, the talk of there possibly being a copycat killer with the Corey character, where you see he has 5 fingers, that may not be Michael Myers. It could be somebody wearing the mask. It certainly seems, if you pay attention to stuff that's going on, that we may be getting, for at least a bit of the film, a copycat killer of some sort. With all that going on, my biggest question about Halloween Ends, and to you guys, is another thing that you've been hearing is Michael's not in the movie a ton. And again, these are all rumors. They're all leaks and whatever. Like, Michael's not in the movie a ton. He doesn't die between movies. He doesn't die the first 15 minutes. That I can confirm is a 100% fucking lie. That was just a lie that was spread. So that's not it. But, for all intents and purposes, it certainly sounds like Michael's not going to be in this movie a bunch. Like, it's not going to be like Kills where we just saw a shit ton of them. It seems like there's going to be less Michael than we're used to in this. Which, when you hear that, you go, fuck it with a steak. I don't like it. You know what I mean? But, again, you got to go in and say, hey, they're giving us something different. Let's let it unfold upon us first. But my biggest question here is, if Michael's not going to be in the movie a ton, at least as much as we have recently seen him, when you go back and rewatch these movies, I wonder if Halloween Ends is going to be rewatchable. Like, there's always that, is it good? Is it shocking? One of the reasons Friday the 13th, the original, was so revered and such a good movie is, like, the first time you watch it, you don't know who the killer is. it's also a whodunit, and it's the only Friday the 13th movie that works as a whodunit. Now, the Roy Orbison character, Orbison? Pretty woman. The Roy Burns character, that was sort of a whodunit, but like that, the movie works great the first time you watch it. Now, for me, Friday the 13th, the original, is not that enjoyable to rewatch. I will typically just jump straight into 2. I remember everything about it. It's got great stuff in it, but, you know, I like me Jason. But I do wonder if this is going to be a little bit of copycat, a little bit of mystery, less Michael. Even if it's a great movie, even if they do a really good job closing it out, I wonder how rewatchable it's going to be. You know, because if it's just unfolding some really cool shit, like some surprises and stuff as you go along, and really just closing things together, how entertaining is it going to be to watch a second time once you already know the mystery box story points that you got to? So that's my question for you guys today. If you had to think, like, how do you feel about how important is rewatchability to you guys, and how rewatchable do you think Halloween Ends is going to be? Just a guess. I know none of us have fucking seen it, but that's important to me when it comes to Halloween movies, because we rewatch these so fucking much. And also, what is your number one most rewatchable Halloween movie of the franchise? I feel like the last 2 have some really good rewatchability quality to them, despite how you may feel about kills. I think that's a movie that, one of those movies that just flies by. My most rewatchable movie, I think, in the entire franchise is probably going to be Halloween 6. It's just the movie that I have watched the most, you know? I think it's got so much batshit stuff in it, so much entertainment value in it, despite, I know the story gets fucking wackadoo and the editing's terrible, but when you think about all the shit that's packed into that movie, you know, like the producer's cut stuff, the Wild Rune shit, Tommy fucking Doyle being Paul Rudd, a great performance by Loomis. It's gonna be 4 or 6 for me, but I'm gonna go with 6 because that was the one that was always at our local Hollywood Video, and Jay and I would rent it fucking constantly. So I'm gonna go with 6. What's your most rewatchable Halloween film? And also, don't forget, we will see you guys tonight at 8 o'clock to talk some shit and have a great goddamn time. So I hope you're there. I love your all's fucking faces so much. Don't forget to click subscribe and the bell so that we do videos like this, and we do go live, and we do get naked and spray cheese whiz all over our bodies while your parents watch. Not my parents, because that'd be weird, but I want to have sex with your parents. What the fuck is going on right now? I should be ashamed of myself, but I'm fucking not. See you guys tonight at 8. Love your fucking faces. Hope you guys have a great day.
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, God damn.
God damn you, faggot!
I said, God damn.
A lot of people don't know the darkness that goes inside their hearts.
I said, God damn.